Do you want to just alternate? I'll start with one. Yeah, sure. So we had Edgar, and for number one, just like what is the disguise? So initially, he dresses up as Forton the beggar, but later on, I think around 4.6, 4.7, he after the cliff scene, not an actual cliff, but like he switches over to a peasant disguise.
And then Wise character disguise, it's to escape from the people that are trying to kill him. And then he also wants to be there for his father without actually being there, like without his father knowing. So.
And then for number three, what does the disguise allow the character to do? So as Andrew said, like he's able to like be in the hovel with Gloucester and like look after him and find out like just what was going on, because he was in hiding and didn't know like what was going on with Gloucester and Edmund. And it also allows him to do other things such as defend Gloucester later on from Oswald, and also approach Albany. I think that might be in the later scene. So it allows him to do a lot more than he would have if people know he's Edgar and can identify him with what he's previously done.
For number four, we talked about in class how Edgar could have chosen to reveal his identity and be there for his father, except he's still really cautious about like the people like trying to kill him, and like his brother. So he finds out that Gloucester doesn't really blame himself for banishing his son. He blames like the gods or supernatural. So yeah. So that disguise allows him to like find his father's like true feelings about what happened.
And it also reveals the loyalty of Edgar, and that he's willing to, like, he could just flee, but instead he still stays around in disguise. And then for the fifth question about relating to a theme, we were talking about the duality between like public appearance and like private. As we talked about previously with like King Lear using like we and I, different pronouns, but we talked about how in the public, it's more impersonal, and even though like it's unlikely that you could have that good of a disguise to fool everyone, but it's kind of symbolic that like by disguising their outer appearance, like people are just willing to like
So just like
divulge into
having a lot of like pomp
Yeah.
and like being able to not like dishonor other people in public, but like in contrast in private life they're trying to like get each other's power or trying to set up other people. So it's all this like sort of conspiracy in the private realm, but in the public realm it all seems fine.
Yeah. And it also allows people to disguise their intentions and what they're trying to do. And we also said that, like, when Edgar's dressing up as a beggar, like King Lear and Gloucester, they're just like openly telling him things and stuff and confiding in him, and, like seeing him as like a philosopher or something. But if he hadn't disguised himself, it would be a lot less forthcoming with what they're talking about.
But yeah, and the disguise motif also goes along with how Shakespeare always tries to show that people have different natures to them. So like the majority of his books, like women sometimes are portrayed as villains, and like you wouldn't expect that from the Victorian society. So it goes along with the disguise how like people have like inner intentions that are disguised by their outward appearance. So for instance, Kent couldn't like beat up, I guess, Cordelia or Goneril because she was a woman. Like he still had that honor even though she was evil, basically. So. And then yeah. And then going along with how Gloucester blamed the gods for banishing his son. The supernatural is always like disguised or used as an excuse, I would say, to disguise people's like actual feelings towards stuff. So instead of saying like Edmund is his father, he'd be like, God, you should take revenge, or so that goes on disguise.